Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to this January episode of the EPL Wizards podcast. We have an exclusive interview with our extra special guest, none other than Louise Weezy Payne. This is our very first interview with a woman, female winner, and we are very proud to have her. Also, Crown and Anchor, you don't want to miss. First episode of 2024. Let's get to it. Hey Nate, how you doing, man? How's everything
going? Not too bad, folks. 2024,
It is 2024.
New year, might as well be a new season. Let's start fresh. Let's just put every team back to zero. Let's just pretend that the first 3 months didn't even happen. We can start at zero and just start fresh.
Yeah,
right. That's how it works.
Great. I don't know if I would take that at this point. I mean,
who knows, man? Who knows? We'll stay positive.
Yes, you have to. We do, talking about positivity, we do have our December winner coming up. Do you want to give everybody a little bit of a heads up about what's coming up next?
Yeah, we've got questions. We've got question time from the group. Some interesting questions for Louise. We've got probably the smoothest lightning round that we ever have, I think. Hopefully. And some great wisdom and insights, I think, from Louise coming up. So let's jump on over to the interview.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Louise Payne. Congratulations for winning December, our very last winner in 2023. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you so much. It was fun.
Yeah,
that's a big month to win, man. Lots of fixtures in December. Always.
Yes.
I didn't know that. It was long but fun. That's how new I am to all of this.
How long have you been doing fantasy football?
I did it last year for the first time.
Okay.
A full year. And then I saw a post about the Wizards. I was interested, but I didn't know if I could actually last a whole season. So I went through the season, I enjoyed it, and I went looking for Usher to get connected.
Very nice. Yeah, look, already set December. You don't even have to last the whole season now. You're already there.
No, I'm having too much fun.
How did you find the competition during December? And what were some of the challenges that you experienced in December, despite you winning it?
Needed to do some transfers in the middle of December, and I had used all my tips. I think they're called tips.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to decide whether I was going to do the transfers or pay for them. So I took the hit, and it created space for me to not transfer the next time and get a team that I was really happy with by the end. Nice. So that was the only challenge was, I really wanted to make 4 transfers, and I settled on 3, and it worked out.
I'm just curious, do you watch a lot of football? Do you watch the games, or do you more look at the stats?
I don't look at the stats. I have been watching more football since I decided to play the game. So I've never watched as much football as I did last season and now.
What's been your highlight of the season so far?
Other than winning December?
Of course, other than winning December. Yes.
I can't even think of anything. I would say the final few matches in December, when suddenly I thought I might be doing really well, and just seeing my continuing green arrows
Yeah, green arrows are always a good sign. And I had a quick look at the overall table, and you are actually moved up to, I believe you're in eighth place overall.
Yes,
And we
that's
have,
correct.
yep, we have roughly or exactly 100 managers. So you're eighth out of 100 managers, which is very impressive, I must say.
I'm just in shock myself, but
Yeah.
hey, it goes to show that you can win it if you're in it.
Your team. So who do you support in terms of your personal team?
My personal team is Chelsea.
Okay. Okay.
Um, and
What's
I,
the reason? What's the reason for that?
Yeah.
How did you arrive at that decision?
well, it was an easy decision. That's who my son followed. My son plays football still in his 40s, but still playing. And he was always a big Chelsea supporter.
Okay.
And when I made a conscious decision to pay a little more attention to football because it's very helpful socially. I decided I'll just follow my son, and I followed Chelsea.
Yeah. Yeah.
I figured if since I asked the question about your highlight of the season, it was based around the fantasy team. I figured you must support either Chelsea or United at that point, because those are two teams that can't think of too many highlights so far this season. I was like, it's gotta be Chelsea or United if the highlight of the season is a tough one to think of.
Exactly. All I've been saying all season is thank God for United. All the focus doesn't have to be on Chelsea.
Yeah. I know. Goodness me.
That's lovely. That's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I have another one here for you. What advice would you give to yourself if you could go back and speak to your 21-year-old self?
I even had to research that question. I'm like, I've heard it before. Where does it come from? And I guess it has something to do with nurturing your inner child. But nevertheless, I would say to my 21-year-old self to do you, boo. Keep doing you, boo. Because I've found through my entire life that I'm always in spaces where there aren't people that look like me. And most arenas are male oriented, or male dominated. But, those are the things that I like to do, whether it was work or recreational. I just, like my sports. I like chess. I like bridge. I like a lot of non-girly things.
Yeah. Yeah. And good. That's good for you. Good for you. I think you bring up a very interesting topic, and this was one of the questions that I wanted to ask, which is, one thing I want to say first is you are the first woman to win a monthly, basically win anything in our league, and so congratulations for that.
Thank
I think
you.
that is a milestone in and of itself. But what sort of reasons do you think that there aren't a lot of women who kind of like to play in the fantasy world in terms of football?
I really couldn't say, and it's what I've noticed since I've been involved and playing and all excited. I noticed males and females who are just not interested, and I think people just don't want to do any hard work or extra work.
I think you're right. I think it's just an interest thing, and I just find it's very gratifying for me to know that you were able to beat out everybody and get the title in December, and also you're 8th in the top, let's say the top 8 overall, with the second half of the season left to go. So
I know. It's incredible.
It is.
But I remember feeling very, very down in November, having put in really extra work in terms of reading and watching videos, and I couldn't wait until the weekend came, and but by the end of the fixtures on Saturday, I was like done. I probably had a red arrow, and I just felt like, oh well, next year I'll do better. And then suddenly it dawned on me, well, there are monthly wins that you could go for. Mm-hmm. And that was just a passing thought. I never dreamt that I could actually win this year. I thought somewhere down the line, maybe.
Yeah, now you've got the monthly win, and you're on pace for challenging for the top title.
Yeah.
Something that Mandela and I think know nothing about.
Something that I would like to do.
We don't know. We don't know what that feels like. We don't know what that feels like.
That would be great.
You keep talking about these green arrows. I don't even know what those look like. I'm sitting there thinking,
I'm colorblind. I think I'm just stuck. My eyes are stuck on red.
I'm sitting there thinking, green arrows? I didn't even know that was an option.
So you're not watching enough videos, I guess I'll say.
Well, my time can get more focused toward Fantasy Premier League now that the NFL season's over for me. So I'll be
what he does is he blames it on other sports that he's also mediocre at, and so that I think helps to justify. We all do it. I do.
Yeah.
And to make you all feel better, I am retired, so I can carve out time to put in. I don't have the youngsters.
Yeah, but you still have to do it. It's not, you can have the time, but you have to use it wisely. And that's you're obviously doing that. So,
to make you feel better. But it's true. It's true.
Do you have any shout outs? Anything else you want to? Anything else anyone want to big up?
I have to shout out to my son. Because he has been such a great supporter, cheerleader, consultant, advisor. And, when I decided last season that I was going to try this, I decided I'm not going to ask for his advice. I'm going to put together my team. I'm going to read the rules. I'm going to sign up, and it'll be a done deal. And then I'm going to let him know that's what I'm doing. And from day one, he was supportive. He said, "Oh, let me see your team. You've got some good picks in there." And and I know he's going to be excited to watch the interview. So big shout out to BJ. And I also want to shout out to Usher, who I played golf with in the rules group. Asha was the one who sort of posted about the league or the opportunity to join a fantasy league. And then when I reached out to him this year, immediately almost, I heard from Mandela, and I was in, and I was excited.
Yeah, so it's question time now, so we can go over to the official question time. Nate, take it away.
All right, the first question that we have from the group is, what week do you think that Haaland will return?
Oh. I'm going to say 24.
Game week 24.
But I haven't really focused on whatever information the manager has given on him.
I'm gonna go ahead and write that down.
Okay. So we're on.
This is my research here. This is my research here.
So that was based on a pure guess.
I like taking the chance on somebody who just won a month. I like listening to their guesses because they're obviously guessing. They're obviously guessing better than me.
All right, I think we had another one from Corey as well. It was, will you be looking to add Holland for his first game week that he returns?
I may have to, because Salah may be just back, or depending how he does in the AFCON. So, because he made a fan out of me the last game, Salah did.
Yeah, me too.
Yes. So, I really couldn't say right now. It just depends on Salah and how far they go, and Holland. I've had him most of the season, but he's not pulling my heartstrings as hard as some of the other players that I have.
When he does return, do you think that he will start, or will he come off the bench?
I think he'll start.
Okay.
Another guess, but
I think he'll start. I think he'll start.
I think they'll wait.
Yeah.
He's ready.
Yeah.
And there was another question from Antoine, who probably is looking to get some tips, but he wanted to know what site you use for your squad picks. And you don't have to answer that if you don't want to.
I don't look at one site. I look at various videos, and before I pick my team, I make sure I have watched the fantasy show. But whether they convince me to do something or not, I couldn't say, but it's just one part of my
process.
Weekly routine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got you.
Okay. We had a last question for question time from the WhatsApp group was from none other than Wendell Eben. And this question was a scenario. So he said $1 billion in your bank account tomorrow, but you have to choose either A, give up your eyesight and go blind, or B, give up your hearing and go deaf. If you can't choose, both your eyesight and hearing are taken and you get no money at all. Please explain your choice.
You know, that question was on the chat.
Yes.
So as soon as I saw it, I thought, wow, that's a hard question. But within seconds, I thought about it. And the thing that I've been passionate about for half my life, over 3 decades, is golf. And as long as I can see to hit that ball, then I'll be able to golf and be $1 billion richer.
There you go. There you go. You can play a lot of golf. That's interesting. Yeah, because everyone have a different answer. I was seeing that in the group where everyone had their reasons for why they would pick one or the other. So it's cool to hear people's reasons of why they would pick what they pick.
Yeah.
All right. I think next up, we have. Let's do Kronenenko first.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, let's go with the password first. What would you like for the password for Kronenenko?
I chose Desmond.
Desmond.
Does Desmond mean anything to you two?
Desmond sounds familiar. It sounds familiar. Desmond sounds familiar.
Okay, well, in looking at videos, getting ready for Kronenenko, a couple of game weeks ago, I decided to click on a video about predictions. And the two people who were making predictions for the game week, every now and then would say, okay, I'll give that a Desmond, I'll give that. And I thought, I'll never watch these people again because they haven't explained what a Desmond is. And then eventually I really was listening and they were predicting the scores. So when they were saying, I'll give it this Desmond, it was 2-2 for the for the result, meaning so Desmond 2-2 in that little world that I visited, and I thought that was so cute. So that's why I picked Desmond. I didn't want to make people suffer and choose Chelsea, so.
That's fair. That's a fair.
There's been a lot of that this year of people making us type in things we don't want to type. So I appreciate the Desmond route.
Yes, the two. So it's the 2-2, 2-2 basically, or 2-2. Yeah, 2-2. Okay, I like that. Okay, and then the second question was, which fixture would you like to have the double points?
It ended up being Wolves and Manchester United.
Wolves and Manchester United. Okay. So Wolves and Manchester United will be the championship fixture or the champions fixture?
The Champions Choice fixture, yeah.
Champion Choice fixture.
Right.
Okay. And
that's a good pick. I always hope that people will pick a match that will have a lot of varying answers. And I think given Manchester United's form this season, we will get a lot of varying answers for that game. So I think that's a good pick.
Yeah.
And fortunately, it's also the last match of that game week.
Yes, that's nice as well.
So that makes it interesting.
Yes, it does. So you basically have to wait. You have to wait for the very last game in the game week for that result. And I don't think anything's going to a tie break yet.
Not yet, no.
Yeah. So this could be the one. This could be the first one.
Okay.
Okay, so we have all we need for the Crown and Anchor, and all the best to everybody who is entering into the Crown and Anchor.
Oh no, did we pick the did I say the tie break?
The tiebreaker, yeah, the tiebreaker.
Oh, yeah, sorry. You're right. Tie break. Yeah, go for it.
Because I was ready to say corners. Corners for the game week.
Yes, we haven't done corners yet. We haven't done
this season. We did corners a couple times last year for various things, but haven't done corners this year yet. So total corners.
I think corners is usually. I think is it usually about 7 corners a game or something like that?
Oh yeah, you don't be giving away the factory.
I'm just thinking average. The average is about it's about 4 per half or something like that. 5 per
pulling
half.
Back the curtain. Don't be pulling back the curtain on your mathematics there.
I'm trying to lead people astray.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. I think there's 20 corners every game then, folks.
Yeah. There's no science to it. Okay, so next up we have what we call the lightning round. So the lightning round is where we put a timer up and you just let us know what the first thing that comes to your mind is. Whatever that first thing that comes to your mind is, please just say it. We're going to put a timer up for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. It's only 2 minutes.
Okay.
And I'll kick it off. So the timer starts now. Okay, so the first question is, if animals could talk, which one would be the funniest to have a conversation with?
Dogs.
Okay.
I like to be interesting. Yeah.
I like dogs.
What is one bucket list item that you would like to fulfill this year?
To get healthier.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good one. Next up is, what's the weirdest thing that you have ever eaten in your entire life?
Snails.
Snails.
Yes. Beautiful. That's
Did
what
you
I
like
got.
them? Did you
I
like
I
them?
still
love that.
do. I love them.
There you go.
But
There
that's
you
weird.
go. What is your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show. Truthfully, Wretched TV.
Ratchet TV. Okay. All right.
Wretched TV.
I love
Being
it.
honest.
I love it. Okay. What is your favorite song to dance to? Every time it comes on, you jump on the dance floor.
Book Club Shuffle.
Okay.
Used to.
Do you prefer a beach vacation or a city exploration?
Beach vacation.
Beach vacation.
Okay. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ribeye steak.
Ooh.
Last one, Nate. Last question.
What's your hidden talent other than fantasy sports?
I don't have one. Not even golf.
All right. Well, we'll let it be fantasy. We'll let it be fantasy Premier League then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely.
All right. That was the smoothest lightning round we've ever had, Fub.
I think, yeah. That's
Okay. I'm still winning then.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. Absolutely. I didn't have anything else, but I wanted to ask you one last time. Is there anything else you wanted to add before we wrap up the interview?
The only thing I would add is that I am loving the Wizards, the banter, the podcast, the whole group. It's really taken my fantasy league to another level, and I love everything about it. Organized, fun. I'm really having a great time.
That's
Thank you.
fantastic. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Louise. We appreciate having you in the league, and it's nice to finally meet you. I've conversed with you over WhatsApp here and there for signing up with the league and getting you your prize money and stuff. But it's nice to finally meet you, and hopefully this isn't the last time.
That's the best part of the podcast for me is getting to meet people who are in the group, because a lot of them we don't even know. So it's lovely to meet you. Yeah, for sure. And congratulations.
Nice meeting you too, and hopefully I can come back often.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Will do.
All right, Louise, have a good one.
Thank you.
you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
What an incredible interview. I really rate Louise. I honestly, I've never met her. I didn't know what to expect, but just wow.
Yeah. Yeah, the energy that she has for fantasy and I think she really finds the joy in it, which I think we all know can be difficult at times.
Yeah.
She finds the joy in it, and that was a pleasure to hear that.
It's one of those things. Fantasy is one of those things that brings everybody together. And it reminds me of that. And talking about bringing everybody together, I think if anybody is going to have a chance of winning, especially bottom half of the table this season on our EPL Wizards, it's those who are looking at the crown and anchor, Nate. So
feels like you're talking directly to me there, Fub. Bottom half of the table trying to win somebody.
I'm talking to the YouTube. I'm talking to the YouTube people.
So crown and anchor, we got game week 22, correct?
Yes, it's game week 22 that we're talking about here.
We will be doing, as usual, the picks for the week. The Champions' Choice fixture will be the Wolves versus Man United game.
Yes.
And the password will be Desmond with a capital D.
Capital
Desmond
D.
with a capital D.
Yes.
And that'll be the crown and anchor.
That's and the deadline
January.
as well, because people get confused when the deadline's not a Saturday.
Yeah.
So the deadline is Tuesday, January 30th. That's the first game of Game Week 22, and it's at 3:30 p.m. So just remember that, please.
Yes, 3:30 p.m.
Please. Yes.
And that will be cut off.
It will be interesting to see if we do get people, if we do end up getting a tie break. We haven't had a tie break yet, so
we haven't yet. And total corners will be interesting.
Yeah, total corners is a little different from what we're used to. Most people go straight for total goals.
So we'll clarify again, just because you have to. Total corners means corners across the whole game week. Home and away teams. How many corners will there be throughout the entire game week of Game Week 22? Cool, Fub. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. And I guess we'll see each other for the February episode, 2024.
Yes, sir. We'll see who wins that one. We'll see who wins January, I guess.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Fingers crossed.
This guy. Go, Nate.
Cool, Fub. Check you later.